This video is going to talk about how to find selling price of perishables. Now, perishables are items that have a short shelf life, such as flowers, pastries, fruit, groceries in general, anything that's going to spoil. Now, the way that they figure this out is they're going to predict how many will spoil, how many they won't sell, and adjust their price, their selling price, to what they think is going to sell. The best way to understand how this works is to see an example. So in this case, a flower shop purchases 400 roses from a greenhouse for 75 cents a piece. They expect 25 of them to go bad before being sold. The shop wants a 60% markup on the cost. What is the selling price per rose? So what we want to do first is we want to figure out selling price or cost altogether. They bought 400 roses at 75 cents a piece. If you multiply that out, you get $300. So this flower shop spent $300 on roses. Now they want a 60% markup on that $300. So if you were to think about your PBR circle, this is based on cost now. $300 is your cost, and there's a 60% markup on the cost. So what's the selling price? Well, we're going to do 100 plus that markup, or 1.6, to end up with $480 is their desired selling price. Now again, they don't think all of those roses are going to sell. They think 25 of them are going to go bad. So what we're going to do is take that $480 and divide it not by 400 roses, but by 375 roses to figure out the price per rose. And when we do that, we end up with $1.28 per rose. And that's counting on 25 roses going bad. Another example involves bread. Bread is a perishable. So 60 loaves of bread cost 56 cents to make. Didn't show up right there, but 56 cents to make. Meyer expects 5 loaves to go stale. If they want a 60% markup on cost, what should they charge for each loaf of wheat bread? Well, it cost them 60 loaves cost 56 cents a piece to make. So if we multiply that out, we get $33.60 for 60 loaves. Now they want a 60% markup on cost, so $33.60, and we're going to apply a 1.6, a 1.6 is going to be what we multiply by that, because we're finding 100% of that plus 60%, the markup. And when we do that, we end up with $53.76. And that is what they want to sell the bread for, $53.76. But that's counting on all 60 loaves. If we take that $53.76 and we divide it by 55 loaves, because they expect 5 to go bad, we end up with 0.97745, on and on and on. Now, that's repeating, or a non-terminating decimal, but we will round this off to the nearest cent, and since that's the hundreds place, we'll look at that one that comes after, which is higher than 5, or 5 or higher, so it's going to make that become 0.98, or 98 cents per loaf. And again, that's accounting for 5 loaves going bad.